Most SDRs never make it as AEs. Not because they can't sell, but because they rush the foundation. My name's Barrows, and I've been in sales my entire life. I got my start making 400 cold calls a week at my first tech job, with no tools, no automation, just a list, a phone, and a manager pushing for dials. After that, I moved on to selling at Xerox, where I sold multi-million-dollar machines. Then I started my own company, sold it to Staples, and now I run JB Sales, where I've trained thousands of reps at companies like Salesforce.com, LinkedIn, Google, Amazon, and thousands of others. So yeah, I've seen what works. And I've seen exactly why reps fail when they move too fast. Here's what most people don't understand. The SDR role isn't just a stepping stone. It's not just something you try to get out of as quickly as possible. It's where you build the skills that determine whether or not you'll succeed in sales. And if you don't build them now, trust me, you'll feel it later. If you're thinking about becoming an AE, or if you're wondering if you're ready, this is the video you need to watch. Most reps treat SDR role like it's a holding pattern. They hit quota a few times, get antsy, and start looking for that promotion. And look, I get it. You're ambitious, you want to grow. But when you don't take the time to actually master the role, you end up walking into the AE seat without the skills you need to succeed. It's not enough to book meetings. You need to know how to build pipeline from scratch. You need to know how to handle real objections, not just brush-offs. And you need to understand how buyers think, how deals move, and how to stay in control. And this just isn't my opinion. There's data that backs this up. SDRs who get promoted with less than 12 months of experience have a 55% failure rate as AEs. But those who stay in the role 16 months or more, that failure rate drops to 6%. That's not a small gap. That's the difference between launching your career and stalling out early. Now let's talk about what it actually looks like to master the SDR role. It starts with taking full ownership of your metrics, not just knowing your quota, but understanding how you're performing across the board. Your conversion rates, your meeting quality, your consistency, even your creativity in messaging. You've got to care enough to ask your manager, what do I need to prove to earn that AE seat? And then go do more than that. Look, prospecting, that's another one most people rush past. They treat it like the thing they have to do before they get to sell. But prospecting is the foundation of everything. It's how you create opportunities. It's how you take control of your pipeline instead of waiting for someone else to feed you. If you're an SDR right now, this is your shot to make prospecting your strength, not your weakness. The other piece that makes a huge difference is business acumen. You got to start learning how your customers make decisions, how they budget, who signs off, what ROI actually means to them, and how they think, not just how you pitch. That's where you start to separate yourself from the pack. And look, once you're doing that, you've nailed the fundamentals. Then you start looking for ways to stretch. Not promotions, stretch assignments. Ask to shadow your AE, sit on a discovery call, run a small deal, own a niche. Do the job before you get the title. When you do that, everything starts to shift. You're no longer waiting for a promotion. You're ready for it. You've built your own pipeline. You understand how deals move. You got the confidence to walk into that AE role and own it from day one. Now look, I get it. Waiting isn't easy. Spending more time in the SDR role can feel like a step back. But here's the truth. It's a setup, not a setback. When you earn the promotion, you walk in with leverage. You're not begging for leads. You know how to build them. You're not hoping to close a deal. You've already done it. You're not feeling imposter syndrome. You're confident because you've already done the hard stuff. And if you're not sure where to start, here's what I'd recommend this week. Take a hard look at your metrics. How do you stack up against the top reps? Where are the gaps? Now be honest and start closing it. Start tracking your outreach. Every week, try something new. A new opener, a new call to action, a new subject line. Test it, track it, and see what sticks. Have conversations with people around you, AEs, managers, ops. Ask how they think about pipeline, how they negotiate, what they look for in deals. Look for ways to take on more. Not everything, just one thing. Maybe it's running a proof of concept. Maybe it's handling a small upsell. Or maybe it's jumping on a tough objection. Whatever it is, show them and yourself that you're already operating like an AE. And the last piece, map out your timeline. Don't just wait and hope. Plan to spend 16 to 18 months in the SDR role and break down what you need to prove at each stage. Here's the choice in front of you. You can rush through this role, cross your fingers, and hope you figure it out when you're promoted, or you can treat the SDR role like your proving ground, build the foundation, and move up when you're actually ready to succeed. I've worked with reps who were stuck in the SDR role and couldn't figure out why they weren't being promoted. They put in the work, made the shift, and within a few months, they were not just promoted, they were thriving. So if this helped and you want more support figuring out your path, reach out, drop a comment, and let's talk. And if this gave you clarity, hit like, subscribe, and I'll keep sending more your way.